Hey everybody! Welcome back to What's the Greatest. We play every video game ever, we beat it, and then we tell you if it's the greatest game of all time. We got a special edition for you today. All 0 subscribers. That's right. Nobody watches these. That's fine. Today we're going to look at 2 games. We're going to knock them out both in an hour, and we have a friend along here plays as well. I, of course, have Steve the Shaman Santana, no relation to Santana, of course. And joining me on the couch, off camera, a little camera shy, is Johnny Hawk Hannah Johnson. How you doing, Johnny?
Great. How
Great.
are you?
Good. Fantastic. Couldn't be better.
Sweet.
2 games we are going to take a look at today, both in the same vein. Both I would consider. Would you consider these fighting games or sports games?
I'd probably go sports.
Okay.
Personally.
We're going to take a look at 2 sports games. WCW NWO World Tour, made by THQ. Copyright 97, I think. I can't read the back of the boxes. And then once we play through that whole beautiful thing, we're going to move to their sequel, WCW NWO Revenge. I don't know if I saw that. I should look at the camera. It's got its glossy case on. You'll see it later. Truth be told, we played these games to death, so we're going to be as impartial as possible when playing through them this time, because otherwise, you know, we don't want our childhood impacting things carefully.
Nostalgia is
It's a
cruel mistress.
It's very terrible. So before I get started, normally we play an attempt to beat these games. Both games have championship modes, where you essentially play for a belt and you win a character, let's say, if you beat it. I have 2 videos. One we'll play now. And that was a sped up version of me winning a championship in World Tour. And then we'll play the revenge one later. The same thing. Guess what? There's no story. You just play 50 fights in a row. That's how you beat it. So that's why I'm going to feel comfortable after we play through this, putting it on the board. I'm going to switch over to the game now because I really want to capture something very important. And that's this intro, because I want you to tell me what the hell Giant or Hulk Hogan is saying in the beginning. It's a fun little game. Let's give it a shot. We'll start any second. Any second now. Here it comes. There it goes. It's going. After this part. What was that?
Whoa.
Did you get that? I think he said, "I've had enough," but I couldn't tell you about what, who was talking, why it looked like the Giant was singing in the ring.
Or something dirtier.
Yeah, I guess. Who knows what the hell he's doing? All right, let's get started. So real quick, we'll play, but just to kind of give you an idea of the options here. Tournament mode is obviously what it is. You just create your own tournament, pit everyone against each other. League is if you wanted to pretend you were playing a season.
Forgot about these.
Just pick single, tag. You line up, I think, 16 people, and then it just matches them over and over again. League challenge is where we're going to pretend the story mode is. You start with these 4 categories. Each one's got different belts. You can see I won the heavy for WCW, blah, 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 blah. If you win all these belts, you get the whole world wrestling, which is probably just a 500 fight finale. That's to get the boxer. You remember the boxer?
Yeah.
And then if you do all the cruiserweights, you get Black Widow. Remember Black Widow? I don't have those 2 unlocked. Black Widow's the only female wrestler.
She was fighter-ish looking.
Yeah, her special was the big swing. Remember that?
Ooh, that's
just pointless.
lethal.
And then WCW NWO. This is what I guess their showcase mode is, the dumbest one. How would you like to just pick between the WCW group or the NWO group? Picking your team and then just fighting 5 individual matches.
I feel like you could just do that in.
You could just do that in. Yes, you could. You could do all of these just in exhibition and have more fun. So I don't know why.
They were trying to take advantage of the landscape of professional wrestling at the time, I guess.
So let's play. We'll start on the same team. Go through the great cast of characters here. So we got our WCW side, Diamond Page was the unlockable. If you notice on the right, we got some great, whoever hand-drawn images of some of these great characters.
Pretty spot on.
I want to look at these faces of these wrestlers. They are smooth. And they look nothing.
That is Ric Flair right there.
Rick Steiner, sure, because he's got a stupid mustache and beard. But what is this face? Or this? I watched wrestling, and this never looked like the Giant. And Scott Steiner before he was better known as Big Papa Pump. NWO side, Macho Man is your unlockable here. If you put him in the hat and glasses, it's the only way it kind of looks like Macho Man.
Yeah.
You got your Hogan. You wasted a pick on bogus Sting because, he was short-lived. Buff Bagwell, who, with the choker now, looks, just going to say it, a little gay. But hey, the 90s were a different time. Your sports, Eric Bischoff.
Looks like a 15-year-old.
Owner, operator, extraordinaire. X-Pac, when he joined WCW for a hot minute. It was known as Six. This was even before our time. I think I saw him like one match, and then he went back to
6-pack maybe.
Yeah.
Call him that?
Everyone's favorite, Scott Hall. Kevin
Nash.
Nash, Big Sexy, and Angry Flash, Scott Norton. God, look at those
He doesn't have
shorts.
the bricks in this one. Huh?
No, not in this one. And then you got two other leagues. They're not. I did some research. The leagues are fake. The wrestler names are fake, but they're all based on real wrestlers in Japan. Not stuff we would have ever watched. Your Sumo Joe, your Kimchi, your Blackheart, your Pukateka, your usual people. You unlock Wrath. I don't know why he's in this group, because he's a real wrestler.
Was.
And then you got your Independent Union. You unlock Glacier, the only other real wrestler. You got your Paco Loco.
That's.
You got your Shaman, named after me, Steve the Shaman. That's it. Those are our characters. All right, that's enough preamble. Let's play some games.
Okay.
Well, I feel like I should probably pick my namesake. Each character's got 4 costumes. Change that with the C buttons. Paco Loco's got the biggest changes. He's got hair changes. It's all about it. It's no random. Powder Keg's picture looks terrifying. His real face, not so scary.
Like a comic book villain or something. Ooh, Alibaba.
Alibaba in the picture has got blonde hair, or dirty blonde hair. In the game, there it's like dark.
I always thought it was like
A bandana? Yeah, maybe it's a head wrap. Alright. And this reminds me of, remember the game Karnov?
Oh.
The NES game? Where you're a big fat bald guy and you shoot orange fireballs?
I don't think I ever played it.
I look like that guy. Alright. 2-out rule, must pin both, of course. No tag format, because we're not psychos. Horsemen go out of the ring. Yeah, arena, sure. And what a first match. Shaman, Paco Loco versus Alibaba and Dim Sum. Yeah, tighten up those green trunks.
Phasing through the ropes.
Yep. Well, even my hair phases through my face, so. Alright. Look at that crowd in the background, just to let you.
Good atmosphere.
I am entranced. Yeah. Just distract them with that little shaman kick.
Test of strength.
So for those who've never played any of these 90s wrestling games when they were essentially in their heyday, you have your B button is your punches and kicks, your strikes. If you hold it, you do a more powerful move, and your A serves as grapples, where you can grab a wrestler. Obviously, holding everything is more powerful, but it takes longer. And then if a guy's on the ground, you can punch him, kick him, or put him in a submission hold.
Ooh.
And Dim Sum is...
That shot at me.
Football tackle!
You got bloodied.
Oh yeah, I took care of Alibaba real fast.
Yeah, eye gouges.
Ow! This ring isn't big enough. In the corners, there's a little spirit meter. As those fill, so too fills your special, which you can have for a limited time. Man,
In some. In the fight.
not messing around.
Oh.
Shaman special.
Ooh, that was nice.
Oh,
Over the mount.
yeah, the mount your friends move. It's kind of like a outsider's edge.
A little bit.
Not even getting like a thing. 1 count.
Seated second.
We'll talk when we get to revenge. We'll certainly talk about the differences. But in this game, if you notice, if the guy's on the ground, you cannot run and do a strike while they're on the ground. Your guy just stops short.
I feel like he's gonna choke me out. You have to stop before you.
Yep, before you can like do an elbow drop or something. Dim Sum, I'm real sick of you reversing things. There's a reversal button. You time it right. You can actually always reverse. You hit it too many times, which is, of course, how you're going to do it. Because no one's going to learn that stuff.
Oh.
Get Shaman! Who's got their special?
Just kip up.
Well, then it must
Get
be
out of the
him.
ring. Fell forwards and
You know.
be a brainbuster. Ah.
Just holding him.
Oh, and with the brainbuster.
I think it's a 2-person out, so feel free to,
Okay.
if you want to kill one of them. Choke him out, Shaman! My Baba.
No.
Oh.
Okay. Both of our guys kind of like doing interesting pin combinations.
Yeah.
Head's right by their butt. We gotta go upstairs.
Me and Johnny here, this is there were wrestling games obviously before this, but this is probably when we both got into wrestling. Watched WCW, knew the characters, then this game came along.
Right up the alley.
Yep. Oh yeah, chokeslam. Oh, I was hoping he wasn't gonna get up. I mean, it's very, it's simplistic. You can't save your special. You just got to use it. Each character's got a back and a forward. There's no like turnbuckle specials. Dim Sum, getting real shaman angry at you. Don't you run from me. What if we lose?
Hope not. Boom! Broken death drop.
We're just phasing through each other. Finish him with a choke slam. No? Finish him with a power bomb. Oh, I think in C down is pin in this game, in case you're looking for a manual pin. It took me forever to figure that out the first time I played. Because in Revenge, it's L. Got nothing. Hey, look at me. No, don't grab me. Just wanted you to look. There you go.
Caught him.
That's it. Alibaba.
Put up a good fight.
Yeah, they did. They put up a way better fight than I was anticipating. Yeah, I mean, that's, especially this early, there's not a lot of variance to what you do.
Yeah.
Like, if we really wanted to, we could go for a tag belt. I don't hate myself enough to do that. Because
Tagging in and out.
Tagging in and out. It's just a boring format. In this game, there's handicap matches and battle royales.
Is that like you gotta beat everybody or you toss them out?
No, this is just 4 people in the ring. They slowly get eliminated until it's... But it's not like people won't run in kind of situation.
Okay, so battle royale is not a very accurate description.
Yeah, so like we'll do a tournament here. We'll do an 8-team tournament. We're gonna be team 3. We don't want to start at the top. Team 1. Eddie and Ric Flair, of course. Team 2 is Buff the Stuff and Scott Norton. And we are going to be... Well, who do you want to be? And then I'll counter pick. Yeah, all of the best characters. I can tell you who the most powerful 2 characters are that I've learned. I mean, this game is not like a fighting game where they try and balance who's really good. The Giant is overpowered. He's got a strong grapple B up. There's a choke, which after like 3 of those, the person will tap, and he's got a strong grapple B down, which can TKO people. And that's not even including his special, which is a choke slam, which can also TKO people.
Right. I'm gonna go with the unknown 5'9", the little guy.
Yeah. Alright. I hope that doesn't put me as the unknown, but we can just exchange controllers.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, here, hit B, and then I'll just... well, if you're the unknown, obviously I should be... Hannibal. You know, just two masked luchadors looking to make it in the big time. Team 4 will be the super team. No, we'll make them team 7. Team 8 will be the super team. Team 4 is Bogus, Sting, and Sting. Team 5, the Steiners.
Is Sting... What does Sting's have always... I thought he had more his old paint.
Yeah, just...
Even though he was blonde when he had...
Yeah, they're not great with hair color.
He had the blonde flat top.
We'll see if team of Pac Loco and Shaman can do anything without us.
I think that was pretty watched too. I don't think...
The blonde Sting?
Blonde Sting.
No, we only know the Crow Sting. All right, team 8, the best team. Giant and Blackheart. Yeah, I'll do a time limit, random, yeah. No tag format, 2-out rule. Yeah, everything else, we'll have ringouts. Right, so it's not us. We can skip the match, or you could watch it if you were really bored. Who do you got?
There.
Let's see. No.
Ooh. That's the stuff.
Let's see. Well, we'll do save ours for last. I would assume Giant and Blackheart win. They should be. They're the most powerful people.
Glacier and Wrath.
Yep. And then I'm hoping Pac Loco and Shaman. That's who I'm praying for. No, Steiners. Okay, we've picked wrong. All three.
I'm gonna go with Hannibal and Unknown.
I hope so.
I hope that I'm not wrong.
Sting quotes? Which one's the real one?
Oh, but I like his face is even worse than the fake one.
It's crazy because I go back and obviously we spent more time with Revenge than we did with this, but like we played the crap out of these games.
Yeah.
And I go back and I go like, man, it was really thin. Like there was maybe, oh, how many characters would you say? I mean, real characters there's only maybe 15.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, there's not.
1, 2.
Yeah, there's 15 real characters, maybe we'll say 25 in total. Or maybe closer to 30. But if you include the fake characters, there's no edit. You can't change clothes, you can't rename.
Yeah, I was just gonna say because in Revenge you can do all that stuff, and that increases the characters by
Yeah.
that
1.
See.
we renamed like all of them. We made like factions and everything.
Yeah.
2 count.
Once you win a championship, there's no reason to go back to it in this game because it doesn't save who your champion was. So like if you won it and you're just like, oh man, I won it with Sting, and then you go back and you play it again with, you know, whatever, Hulk Hogan, your final match isn't against Sting for the belt. It's still against, you know, whatever character that originally had it. Glacier or Wrath.
Huh.
So you couldn't even, like, you know, give yourself a fake story of being like, I'm gonna go now take the belt, Buff Bagwell, and blah, blah,
like
blah.
A rivalry. Ooh.
That's a good pin. Tap out, you wuss. You're fake.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Do it.
Oh. You alright there, dear? Yeah, you can special him. You got your... Woo! Oh, I forgot the coolest thing about this game is if you're Sting and you taunt, you actually do the woo.
Nice. Oh. I can spin it out. Let's see if back spot does.
1, 2.
Does Ric Flair do it?
You know, I never play as Ric Flair. So that's hard to...
The two
Our hands are melded together. Right at the elbow.
nose.
Alright, so in the championship, could be Giant and Blackheart. No!
Ooh, the Steiner Bros.
Pull out the... Pull out the...
You can't discount Brotherhood.
That's true. That is the ultimate X Factor. Buff Bagwell says, yeah! you know what he was known for. Yeah!
Big guy. That's too muscular.
No, I still got him. Here comes the flippies. Hup, hup, hup. I feel like that would hurt your arm if he's still holding it. I will never get over how great this crowd looks.
Did you get weapons in this game?
Yep, sure can.
Can you jump out of the ring at him?
No, maybe? You can go turnbuckle to floor.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yep, you can.
B or?
While walking against the rope, it's A. But you know what you can't do is you can't run and slide in the ring.
Yeah.
You have to take your time. You gotta be real careful.
Safety first in wrestling.
Yeah. That's what it's known for.
1, 2.
Give me a weapon. Why do you guys hate Hannibal?
Oh, you get it from the crowd.
5.
And you can't run with the weapon. I forgot about that.
Really?
Yeah, not in this version.
Oh, that's like one of the best moves
No,
in these
just
games. Is to just run at somebody with a weapon and knock them over constantly. How do I ask for it?
C up.
13.
And you can't get in the ring with one, just so you know. Don't be counted out. Yeah. But like, so the weapons are very useless. You can only have them outside the ring. You can't run with them.
1, 2. Rope. 3. 4.
Completely forgot. Look, our special bars are switched sides. We're on the right, and I was just like, why am I doing so bad? Like, I haven't been getting the crap kicked out of me.
I thought Buff Bagwell was super...
Get away from the ropes, Scotty Nort.
I don't know if I would describe these bars.
Rope.
Momentum.
Yeah. Well, spirit. It says so right at the bottom.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, Bagwell's gotten kicked out of this ring.
One.
I don't even think this one's got 2-player grabs.
I was just gonna say, I wonder if we can.
I mean, we can try it, especially when we get down to just one of them.
One. Two count.
Ooh, drums.
Yeah. They thought it was over.
Spirits. He's lifted.
Just like your body. Gotcha. Nope, he ducked it. No!
No. Oh, the rolling DDT.
I'm guessing that wasn't his special. His special, I would assume, is the power bomb.
You would think. If that's what he did.
One. Two.
They love that. Sure.
His big nose. He just sticks it right in there. Alright. Let's
One.
pick him up and then time it. And we'll see.
Three.
Alright. 3, 2, 1.
Four.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't power bomb.
I was wrong. Frog splash.
Gotta be it.
One. Two. Three. Three count fall.
It's a great taunt.
He's taunting me, you know. Lost. Come on, Bob.
I'm fine.
Oh.
Give me the schoolboy pin for the victory. Good save. I pick everybody who's got the outsider's edge. That's just the only people I pick.
Three. Three count fall.
As you dive to tackle Scotty
Open
Norton.
it for the replay. Oh, back in.
No replay in this. Yeah. It's insane. Alright, for the championship. And then we'll move on to revenge, because you know what? I was going to say an hour of this. I think
They're basically the same anyways. Oh, they're even dancing together.
I think 40 minutes of this game, and not even a full 40 because there was me talking preamble time. I think that's good. Man, the Brothers Grimm are just starting off strong. How do you like when...
Aha!
Oh no, we've turned them against each other. You don't know who to trust. It's crazy. The stuff that I remember is just all the stupid names we gave stuff as kids.
Like moves and stuff, or
Yeah. But just like, my strong grapple B down, we'd always joke, and I'll do it here, is that we're holding the poop in. I mean, really, it's pushing down on the thighs, but it looks like it's some butt action. Huh? Well, if you're pushing down on someone's thighs, I don't know if you're really holding their poop in.
All the way.
1, 2, 3,
Too bad I did it anyways.
It's alright. Apparently you can rip the masks off people in this game.
What?
I tried doing it in the video of the championship, and it either eluded me or it takes way too much to do. But it's basically like every time they're down, you have to do like when they're on their belly towards their head submission move. And then at some point, the internet says they'll take his mask off.
Interesting. That's like a huge deal for wrestlers. Masks.
So it's like, you could see what the unknown's face is, and I imagine it's stupid, but...
7,
Oh, getting some slowdown.
9,
Hey, my special is just your regular move.
10, 11,
Get in the ring, Scott, so I can
It
pin.
won't count.
Apparently the ref needs to only do one thing at a time.
Oh, I see.
You don't have your special.
2 count. 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
Wow.
3 count fall.
your face. Yeah.
I make it half court.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Woo! And give it the cross. Just a,
Brainbuster.
you know, I was hoping for more.
I don't know. Something lucha style. No? Yeah. About those specials?
No.
Oh!
1,
This is only a front and back. It's gonna... Ours still put him on it. Yeah. No, he's too fat.
That's hilarious.
Rick Steiner is just taking on all newcomers.
Whoop. I meant to taunt, but I pressed R.
1, 2, 3.
Champs.
3 count.
Yep, let's get our big ending ceremony. Yeah. They spared
No trophies. but
no
shit.
expense. Yeah, there's no trophies in wrestling, at least not in American wrestling. But there they are. Hannibal and Unknown. Tournament victory. There we go. Steve is me. Hawk is you. Is there anything you want to see, Hawk, or do you think you're ready to rate this game?
I could probably throw a rating on it.
Think you can rate it? Alright, let's cut back. Let me get my... Listen, nobody watches these. And they should know, because every game I play to give myself a different name.
Oh, okay.
So, if they think that I'm really Steve, they're real dumb. I don't mean you, audience. Not you. Alright,
I always thought that the league challenge was Seattle Supersonics.
that's a good logo.
It was green and
Alright, what color do I think? I think I need black. Bring over and set. Alright. Hup. Don't worry, camera. I'm coming back. I just gotta
I
get the
feel
board.
like you didn't write those.
These? I did. The first time when I write the new game, it'll look like shit, and then when the camera's turned off, I clean it up. Okay. This is the hard part, is figuring out how to hold the board in front of the camera and get in my face. All right, so, and I'll let you see this in a second. I'm just recapping, you know, videos. All right, we got 7 games on the list. Number 1, Super Mario. Number 2, That's You. Number 3, Super Dodgeball. Number 4, Blast Corps. Number 5, Simpsons Road Rage. Number 6, Knowledge is Power. And number 7 is When Vikings Attack. We're adding our 8th game. Not necessarily number 8. Put it here.
So those aren't ranked, or they?
No, these are ranked. Super Mario is the greatest game of all time, according to the studies that I've done. And
Versus other games?
Versus these games.
Okay.
When Vikings Attack is the worst game of all time, according to my studies.
Out of 7.
Well, 7, 100, whatever. Just a number. I think I know where I want to put this, but I wanna get my guest's opinion.
Well, I have literally only played Super Mario Bros. From those games.
No, you've played That's You, I think.
That's the one on the phone?
Yeah, it's the PlayStation 4 phone game.
Yeah, that's a good game.
And you've played Knowledge is Power.
Oh, okay.
And you've played Blast Corps. You've seen Blast Corps.
Oh.
It's where you're just the bulldozer and you just destroy buildings. Okay. It's just like, because I remember playing it, and I'm just like, well, me and Bob played every Nintendo 64 game together, so how does... Alright, well then, okay, let's say, Knowledge is Power, That's You, and Super Mario.
I put it behind Super Mario,
Uh-huh.
definitely, and...
Okay, yeah, I would agree. It's not the number 1 game of all time.
And those other games are pretty cool. You're saying how it stacks up.
Yeah.
Those other games, you're literally using the internet and the system. You're playing with other people, and you're able to pretty much do whatever you want, say whatever you want. So it'd be behind those 2 games as well.
Okay, so it's behind That's You for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, since you haven't played Super Dodgeball, we should play Super Dodgeball. Maybe when the cameras are off. I think you'll enjoy it. It's definitely behind Super Dodgeball.
Okay.
Just comparing apples to apples in terms of Nintendo 64 games, if I did not have as much fun with Blast Corps as I thought I was going to, playing it as an adult, I would say I'd rather play Blast Corps than World Tour. I would put it above Simpsons Road Rage, but below Blast Corps.
Mid.
Right in the middle. Maybe below Simpsons Road Rage. Simpsons Road Rage is a knockoff Crazy Taxi. We play Simpsons characters.
Crazy Taxi is a good game.
Crazy Taxi is a great game. I don't know where it would stack, but I have a feeling Crazy Taxi is a really good game. But both this and Simpsons Road Rage, incredibly repetitive. Simpsons Road Rage has got like 4 levels, and it's just a time thing like Crazy Taxi, where you have 2 minutes to pick up as many people as you want. And this just has league challenges of fighting wrestlers over and over again. I would almost say they're equal, but I would probably put World Tour above it. Are you cool with that spot?
That works.
All right, so that would make it number 5. So right here. All right. Oh, excuse me, camera. I got it right. Hey, there's a lot of things that happened here. This gets cleaned up later. W versus NWO World Tour. All right. Okay. So, for the internet to know, WCW NWO is not the greatest game of all time, unfortunately. It falls at... yeah, I did put the arrow at the wrong spot. That's what you were saying, and I just ignored you. It's like, it's not that high. is the 5th greatest game of all time out of 8. The only games worse than it, Simpsons Road Rage, unfortunately. You know, Knowledge is Power, which debatable according to my wife, very debatable. And then When Vikings Attack, I don't think anyone's disagreeing, is still the worst game of all time.
Yeah, I can't remember the difference between Knowledge and Power, and That's You and
Knowledge is Power is the trivia,
like the
where you
that
wipe your
box thing
screen and you get the bombles and the.
Oh,
I just felt the trivia questions were too easy in Knowledge is Power. It's always just like,
yeah.
and if you don't know the answer, you look at the other answers and you're just like, name this rapper, and it's like Missy Elliott, and the other options are like Pumpkin Person, Dynamite Cop, and Mr. Elliott? Question mark? And you're like, okay, that's not good.
Is That's You the one with the where you're like a serial kill, like a ghost thing?
No,
You're
that's
turning the ghost.
that's Murder Trivia Party.
Is that in?
That's You is just the game where it's the PlayStation one, where it's like, it looks like he opens up like a briefcase and you get the tokens, and the jokers are like bottle caps, and it's all about like knowing each other, and you draw on people and stuff like that.
That was good.
Yeah.
But that other one, that's in what, like Jackbox?
Yeah, the
Okay.
Trivia Party is Jackbox. Who knows where that'll stack someday?
Hmm.
Someday we get to that. Okay, hey, we're gonna switch it over to Revenge, and we're gonna see where Revenge stacks in comparison to World Tour.
It's better.
Well, hey,
Spoiler.
we don't know for sure. Just to fill some dead air time, in the sped up World Tour, it was 7 fights, each fight taking anywhere between 3 and 5 minutes. Took me about a half hour to do one trophy in World Tour. There are, if I'm counting correctly, roughly 10 trophies to win. To unlock everybody, and to just win the tag trophies, which take longer because people are tagging.
Yeah, tag matches.
So for all 0 people watching, they can get mad at me and say I didn't beat it on camera. I unlocked 4 out of the 6 people. Nobody wants to watch me play 7 hours of fighting Scott Steiner in every different role possible.
Right.
It's not a good thing. Whoop. The most important thing about Revenge that we got to get to is we got to see this intro, because it doesn't make any sense.
There's like a semi or
Yeah. I want you to piece this story together after this happens, and you tell me what happens.
we're in the south.
Uh-huh.
There's a storm. Noisy.
Yeah, that truck should be looked at. Check my watch.
Photography.
I mean, this is...
Still driving.
Yep. You know how you put in a wrestling game and you think trucks? Very terrifying looking Sting.
Somebody he wants to beat up in there?
What?
Al Snow?
Sting showed up. That was that.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that was
No, it's just wrestling.
hot.
Ooh,
Ooh, baby.
there's big powder pump.
Oh, I got speared.
do is tape ribs.
Getting hit with a stop sign by Raven.
They're just terrifying looking.
Just elbow drop somebody's knee.
This one, this giant, looks like he's sustained.
Yeah, constipated. And then, I gotta squeeze one out.
Yeah, if you're gonna make them not be able to move their face, you probably shouldn't give them like an animated facial expression, just a constant.
Red Heart.
Never really understood Bret Hart's appeal to anybody either. He was very popular.
No.
I'm going at it today.
Yeah, just crazy.
Parka.
And
Sadly, Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit. History cannot erase Chris Benoit from old video games. They would just ask that you never play as him. This is a long intro.
Wait.
Showing you every character. Oh, Reese, don't beat up Don Dallas Page's wife.
That last scene didn't make any sense. Bryant and Scott Hall fighting Kevin Nash and somebody else.
This is the weird time when Scott Hall was NWO Black and White and Kevin Nash started Black and Red.
They weren't together in that?
They weren't together right away. I think like a week afterwards they were.
Hall was in the Wolf Pack.
Yeah, Hall was. We definitely would have moved him there in our game.
Here, Sting was in the Wolf Pack.
Mm-hmm. Using their electric eyes. Alright, that's an hour. Alright, let's put it on the board. Let's see how it stacks. Revenge.
They put the pay-per-views on there. I like that.
Yeah, so right off the bat, this is a year difference. As we looked at the back of the box, I'm sure the internet can tell me more, but I don't care. The changes they made in a year are insane. Not only do we get pay-per-views, but also their Monday Nitro ring. You got a bunch of different arenas. You have a edit mode. It's not as great as stuff in later games, but you can take character and, put them in different clothes and change the colors and change their names. And while you can't adjust movesets or stupid stuff like that,
Quite the look.
yeah, he's gonna stay like that. Looks great, but you can add some personalization, which also means that maybe is it in? How do you? There's a way to move them around, right? Between team departments, or am I thinking of just WrestleMania?
I think that was WrestleMania 2000.
But
essentially, you would just make
you'd take
alternate number 3 and 4 of each of them.
Yeah.
Have a different name and a different outfit, and then you can put them into groups and stuff.
and you can
Dress them all
you can put everyone in, let's say, a suit and tie. Let's just throw that out there. Let's say a suit and tie with shades. And we'll call
just say because it happened.
We'll just say because it's happened, and then you got, you may have a, Johnny the Hawk character in the game. You got
Great idea.
Again, only handicap and battle royale, but the difference here is the battle royale went from 4 up to 40.
That's pinball?
I think that's over the top. You might be able to make it pinfall only, and then just spend your weekend.
That'd be
Exhibition, single tag, championship. I'll show you. You know, we'll cut to me playing through the U.S. heavyweight now. That character has that belt. You get to see that character with that belt.
It is nice.
And then if I went for this title again, I would have to fight Sick Boy to get my belt. You kind of have
Only makes sense.
have some story.
For those you haven't got.
These I have not gotten. And you know, maybe one day. But I'm still gonna put this on the board. So, F everybody. Right.
Well, there's no
Point.
And if you do it, you're still not.
Yeah.
You won.
Yeah.
So, like most games tell you when you won.
Yeah. There's no final mode. And you know, I was never a WWF fan, but what great pay-per-views! You got your Bash at the Beach. You got your Halloween Havoc. You got your Sold Out.
Sold.
Yeah. Super Brawl is pretty boring and lame. Starcade was the equivalent of WrestleMania. That was their big one. And look at just what a great big WCW's on the side. All right, let's play. All right, go through characters real quick. You got your NWO black and white. We'll say what's that? I'm not gonna count it. We'll say 8, 9. You got your red. It's 5. You got your flock.
Great.
Boom, 5. And then you have multiple pages of WCW. 1, 2, 3, 4. So all WCW alone probably has more characters than all of World Tour.
Right.
And then you still got your fake groups.
My Inca Boy, of course.
Yeah, obviously everyone remembers my Inca Boy. What's this? Johnny Hawk Hanna Johnson. Your Brickowski, your poor man's Buff Bagwell.
Mei-Chi.
All sorts of characters. So probably like 40 characters compared to 25, 30. And I don't even have everybody unlocked. So think that there's 2 tags to be unlocked. There's Billy Kidman in the Cruiserweight to be unlocked. There's Bret Hart, I think I still need to unlock. Your 2 tag people are Mang and Barbarian. Roddy Piper needs to be unlocked.
The Mortis.
Yeah, Canyon and yeah. There's a lot of people here. All right. Just the difference in you don't have to compare them, but Glacier NWO World Tour was just a smooth face with no features. This is, you can tell, he's had some sleepless nights. He's a little angry. Just has more personality. All right. Everyone's favorite, Larry Zbyszko. So, while Johnny's picking his character, so in World Tour, they had 2 overpowered characters. The Boxer was overpowered, but we didn't have him. But it tended to focus on. I feel like that's just really loud, and I could just be going crazy. Now it's not being picked up, Mike. Executioner. Uh-oh. And you're gonna hate to go up against new Conan. Conan and the Shogun. I was saying things, and then I lost it. Oh, World Tour had 2 overpowered people because it was focused on getting TKOs. If you're the Giant, you can get TKOs really quickly because you had a move that could do it without your special, and then your special did it. And it kind of made him overpowered. This game had flipped it. In World Tour, submissions were pointless. It took forever to get someone to submit. This game, the 2 most powerful characters, Chris Jericho with the Lion Tamer, and Scott Steiner with the Steiner Recliner. You could get someone to tap out by doing that move 2 to 3 times total, and since you can do that without requiring a special, you could have people dead before you even get your special.
Well, literally, too, because you hear like a crunch.
You would hear their bones break. Tag format. Yeah, sure, whatever. And we'll be in 30 minutes. Also, introductions. If you're a tag team, you come out together, which I think is very nice.
Yeah.
Even though Executioner and Glacier were never a tag team in real life, despite the fact that they should have been. They complement each other so well. Come out together, enjoy their moment.
Fireworks.
Get some fireworks.
Pyro.
A whole walk to the ring. World Tour, you just cut to people in the ring. They're in a corner. They do their dance. Do your martial arts practice. And a bow. Yep. Let people know you're serious. Executioner, not much of a dancer.
Standard.
Yep. Oh boy, the two badass sons of bees. Adjust your junk, Conan.
Yeah. Latino gangster type character personality.
Yeah. You know how you needed your Latino gangster in the 90s. Odelay. Shogun also says Odelay. You stole the Executioner's move. Controls are similar, but with some changes. They introduce combination moves to some grapples, which is just a series of punches and kicks you get to do. You can now run and jump on people. You can run with a weapon, do all sorts of stuff. Oh, Viva la Raza, Viva la Raza. Stop. Mercy. Also, probably the greatest inclusion. Wow, he does not want me to do that back to him. Is Nick Patrick, who you'll see when we try and do something that's Nick Patrick.
Oh, yeah. Bloodied him up.
Oh, bloodied him up in a mask. Out here, Nick. Oh no, he doesn't do countouts. Also, the crowd looks a little bit better.
Sign.
So you can make out that there are people.
So just like a blue gray haze.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Conan is the barbarian.
Slid in the ring.
Yep. Also, and what I should have done, had I thought about it, is compare specials by two people. We didn't play as any real people when we played World Tour. We decided to only play as fake characters. But like the difference between Scott Hall's Outsider Edge in World Tour compared to his Outsider Edge in Revenge, like everything just looks more fluid. Oh, beheader. Conan, I'm gonna need you to stop reversing things.
So you avoid a special.
Yep. I love the little head tap. Man alive. Glacier sucks. Gonna keep getting bailed out by Executioner. In this game, there are actually characters who can't use the top row. In World Tour, everyone can use the top rope, whether you're the giant and you're 400 pounds, or whether you're...
Yes.
But like Glacier, for whatever reason, not a top rope guy. You run to the top rope, all he does is...
Interesting. I think he could do it.
Yeah, because he's a ninja master.
Hey, I'm not gonna pay attention.
Everyone hates Glacier's back kick. It's just the worst. Keep forgetting. It's so wrong to just want Glacier special. This one, you actually have to trigger your special bar. You could keep it up in the red for a little bit in this game, as opposed to just automatically triggering as the special.
Also, no Nick Patrick in tag matches, apparently.
Oh, no, Nick Patrick and tag. All right. Learn some things every day.
He wasn't there.
You get a replay?
You didn't get a. We only have one.
Yeah, yeah. You cannot select the 2-man out option. No, you're fine.
Finish it.
There's plenty of chances. But you get a fun replay and a score. You could actually play for something. After you beat the championship, you could try and get a high score. Like we got here. Steve, the Shaman, Santana. I mean, I didn't contribute much because I got my ass kicked for most of that fight, but yeah, I mean, not great. Yeah. What are your thoughts, Johnny the Hawk?
I mean, it's like you said, the controls are a lot similar.
Uh-huh.
More variety of characters, so that's good. I think they're probably the characters. Their differences are probably better.
Yeah.
Like more personalized, I think, in this game.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like, you can play as a character who is supposed to be a high flyer and do stuff up top that just feels better than in World Tour. You can be a character who focuses on submission and ground game, and it actually feels like that's what he's doing, as opposed to everyone just always going for a TKO. And it's got LaParca. Maybe the best character ever in wrestling.
Chairman. WCW.
Chairman of the board.
What does Maya Inca Boy even mean? Like,
He's MIB.
so is he like part Mayan, part Incan or something? Or
Yeah, and all boy. Here, we'll give him the cool white tats. Him and Larry Zbyszko, maybe one of the most deadly tag teams ever to cross the country.
matching gear.
always getting fireworks, playing your guitar. Like like you said, the characters like have personality. If you watched wrestling at this time and you watched La Parka would come out and use the chair and play it like a guitar. So in this game, while he doesn't come out with a chair, I believe he starts the match with the chair. And he dances like he does in real life, as opposed to just like raising his arms up in the air. And obviously everybody remembers my Inca Boy from real wrestling.
Grumbling was about the only personalized thing.
Yeah.
In the World Tour.
Z on the underwear. Let you know it's a disco.
He's probably like a 50-year-old.
At the time of this game, yeah. Say now
he
he.
character is, Oh yeah. Probably.
Yeah. Starts with a chair. Oh. Loses it already and it just falls through the floor.
Through them.
Oh, just took it right-handed. Let's test the theory. Or I think I don't think you can be knocked out of this move. I think that was the benefit with this and the Steiner recliner, is that your partner couldn't come in and interrupt it.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why it made it so devastating, because even if you were playing in tag, somebody couldn't come in and kick him off.
Doesn't seem logical, but
Well,
wrestling doesn't always seem
and this is
Boys tell your partner.
oh, I need you. Come back. I want you center ring. I want you center ring. Special could be turned into a.
He's special.
His special is the Lion Tamer. He just does a sidewalk slam first.
Yes. So good.
Power of Power. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it should be. Alright, so maybe I overestimated that it only takes 3 Lion Tamers to win a match.
It was
Yeah.
crunch.
But it's definitely not a lot. It's definitely, I did not get my special.
No, if I would have done that surfboard thing or whatever,
Yeah, that would have taken 40 surfboards
Yeah.
to...
especially not having to deal up. Like, you got
just Parker just sneaking up and dancing behind him.
like, they'll submit if you beat them up for a long time
Yeah.
in like one, but
But I mean, like, I wish I could see how much time was left on the clock. But, I mean, that was probably a 2-minute match tops. I don't think we can change the tag format on the title, but I want to check. Yeah, okay, then I don't want to do it.
not only is it way longer, but it's more boring.
Yeah. The tag matches are single player only, when you control both characters, and then it doesn't really matter. Not when your friend's just sitting there kind of like waiting to be tagged in and can't do anything.
Right. It's not scripted. Like
Yeah.
wrestling, so you're not gonna for sure eventually get in.
Yeah, no, I could play as Chris Jericho and just be like, no, I got this one. I got it. I'm gonna kill everybody. Alright, Reese. Taking it to the streets. Before this night's out, I want to be Dr. Frank. I should have picked him instead, but that'll be next match.
Really grab on him. Very sad.
I wish Saturn's Rings of Saturn were as powerful as Jericho's Lion Tamer in this game.
Because it was definitely a killer submission.
I don't think he'll put us in it, but I want to test my theory if Jericho puts one of us in the Lion Tamer.
I mean,
like, so, it might not be WrestleMania 2000, it might be a later game, but like, if you pick two characters who aren't tag partners, they wouldn't come out together. It would be individual entrances. And I always thought that's so stupid because it's just like, I don't want to sit through 4 entrances.
yeah.
Because what if, whatever, in real life, Reese and Saturn paired up and they were the most devastating duo? I want them to be able to just come out together regardless.
They could have brought together at some point.
Yeah, I'm sure when they were in the flock together, they fought. I mean, this was... If World Tour was when we were getting into wrestling, Revenge 1 year later was when we were big into wrestling.
That was true.
Where all of a sudden we're just like, yeah, I know all of these characters. I have stupid sweaty t-shirts. I think more so than my normal sweaty t-shirts, but like wrestling t-shirts. We had action figures. We watched Nitro and Thunder every week. Choke him, Reese. Show what a big guy you are by just being on your knees and choking someone. I'm going to try and read WCW versus NWO Life. Try and read what that purple sign says.
Yeah. So it looks like.
Wait. Get closer over here. You can see it. Yeah. Maybe library. WCW versus NWO library. Then there's Sting, and then just a crude drawing of Sting. I think.
An arrow, maybe? Or?
I think it's an arrow pointing to a Sting face that somebody just drew.
That makes sense.
Sting's here. He's in the stands. Yeah, Sting, if you pick him in single player, descends from the rafters. Like, World Tour, THQ was just like, oh crap, we need to put out a wrestling game. And we got stuck with the WCW license. Alright, we're just gonna do whatever. And then Revenge is like them embracing the WCW license and then being like, no, we gotta put all of these stupid characters in, and we're gonna get them right.
Oh, is that his finisher?
What'd he do?
Well, he did it a couple of years. That salad driver.
Yeah, later in his career. This is probably the time when he had the Rings of Saturn obviously was his big one, and then something else. I should know. I should have my Saturn.
Open date Ken now.
Oh, you're not dead yet. But like even like when I played the championship mode, and I played as Sick Boy, who never won a match in his entire life, in the entire time he was in actual wrestling. Probably. I mean, it was a flock. They were all just meant to have the crap kicked out of them. I'm sure he won matches that were not televised.
Yeah.
But they actually have his special in this game. They could have gave him anything and no one would know the difference. And they gave him the cure, which is basically the pedigree. And I'm like, nope, that's it. We gotta make sure we got Sick Boy right, because what if there's a really big Sick Boy fan out there? Reese has got the stupid two-handed choke slam.
Don't like it.
Yeah, I definitely do not think that's... Maybe from behind? No, that's definitely not it either. So they just... He's got the Rings of Saturn. After I just spent time talking about how Sick Boy's got his special.
Well, I mean, he does the Death Valley Driver.
Yeah. It's also like, I know Saturn had a bunch of different specials. He also had that stupid, the driver, the Michinoku driver or whatever it was.
That was broken.
Saturn? Yeah, Saturn's the greatest.
Because Dave Ken. Yeah, the ropes.
Yeah, the head swivel to really let him know that he's locked it in.
You'll tap that.
And center ring. Good
Then,
job.
like, drag him.
Oh. Old L, maybe?
Just like the ropes.
Yeah, he did it. He did it real good. Wow, he got a nice double choke slam.
You were kind of blocking it with
Yeah.
your giant legs.
Just put his foot on. Don't go anywhere. I don't know why I gave him a Russian accent. Reese was straight up Kentucky boy. I don't know if he was from Kentucky, but he was probably just a big Southern boy. Did we beat? Yeah. Recent Saturn, taking Glacier and Executioner for a ride. Now we can probably play one more. I want to be Dr. Frank. Maybe we'll end with a Battle Royale. 20 wrestlers, halfway. If you get thrown out, I think you just become the next wrestler. And oh, got all.
Good pick at all.
Drunkenness. Ring out, lose. Yeah, so you could also pin or submit them.
Not sure how you can.
It's
Near it.
yeah, so it's like, you know, you can like strong punch and then they stagger backwards, so they get outside the ropes and then you just hit them again. Or
I meant like launch him.
oh, I don't know if you can. To be honest with you, every time I've ever done a battle royal, I just punch them till they hold on to the side and then punch them again.
Yeah.
I wish so bad that they had entrance music. I mean, like they have the two songs that they just switch between. First person and third person gets this song, second and fourth get the next.
Who's the big guy?
He wanted to do something more because he braced himself,
he
and then
did.
it's just the.
He built.
No fireworks for Night Hierarchy.
And simple tastes. Oh, and I see it in
What?
the lines.
Oh,
Oh.
just give me a little shimmy. Little shimmy shakers. Alright, Jim. Yeah, just punch him one more time, and then you got somebody out of the ring. And then just instant someone else is back
It's not
in.
even like 2 minutes.
Nope.
It's not a royal. Well, Battle Royale, I think technically everybody's in there at once.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's alright.
Ooh, fucking me.
Dr. Frank, I love the back of his jacket. The flaming skull. Dr. Frank, don't mess. Oh!
Oh,
Don't even-
Uh-oh.
Gotta not let the outsiders team up.
Yeah.
Raven!
You don't even have time to taunt. Oh no!
Alright. Oh, good. I was gonna say the computer's not good at usually following up, but Raven was going for it.
Yeah, I mean, he got in and had no time.
So obviously I didn't have the mic on, but in the single player you have stuff like interference where characters run out to make the game feel slightly more real. The one downside to that is it's a random person who runs out, so you have people who would probably never help each other. And Hubin 2 I had Canyon run out like 3 times in my quest for a championship. I had Juventud run out to help whatever, like Scotty Riggs. No, I don't think that's happening. I bloodied him first. The Dr. Frank Big Swing!
One of my favorite specials ever. Big Swing's good too.
No, here's a good.
The Outsider's Edge?
Yeah.
I mean, it would have to hurt. He's giant. He's a big guy.
Yep.
Holding you all the way to the top. The only thing that can make this game more authentic to WCW is to have every match end in some sort of controversy, and the referee
Yeah, the ref's got to get knocked out.
the referee has to get knocked out.
And they got to cut away, and the credits have got to be rolling when somebody's in the ring looking like they're going to fight everybody. I always wondered what happened if you were there.
Do they just like stop?
Yeah, do they just like,
done.
they say, cut, and then like all the wrestlers hug, and they're just like, good match, good match, good match, in front of like all the fans. It's like Sting and Hulk Hogan having a beer together.
Oh, camera's off.
Give him the big knees, Frank. Big knees of justice. Hi, dear.
Hey.
How do you feel about Frankenstein? Being a wrestler, wearing a leather jacket with a flaming skull on the back.
I don't like any of it. I'm not for it. I'm in it.
Alright, you're about the only one.
No, that's fine. I'm going to do my own run.
Even have the got all followers.
Yep. The setup move that would have always had the Outsider's Edge follow. I wouldn't say it's been too long since an elimination, but you just took out.
Oh. Hey. Oh, God. Yeah.
Alright, Ninja Boy. Time for you to meet the doctor. Oh no! Giant stupid big leg got in the way.
Oh, my God.
No! Thanks for doing a grapple move. Yeah, again. Big guy on big guy. Hey, greatest there ever was. I don't know why I'm giving like a Jersey accent. Greatest there ever will be. I'm real sick of you guys dying.
Glacier.
Yeah, once you realize you did reverse the rope, and then you're just like, if he hits B, this could be the end of my time here.
Same Ready to match. Move Glacier.
R.I.P. Eddie G.
He died. Drugs or something?
You know?
He's got less health. Oh, now they have no idea about it. Right?
Yeah, I think now they can technically pull you out. They should fight each other. Reverse it, Dr. Frank.
Oh,
Now you get the...
like that.
No!
Scott.
Scott's not satisfied. Must. Dr. Frank didn't have a chance. He was so young. Got 2 outsider edges and whatever super suplex.
Release German.
Dr. Frank just dead in between Glacier and Eddie Guerrero. Let's get one more spin to see Dr.
So
Frank
much
just
chest hair.
lying dead. Yep. Nobody wants to revive that body. Wow. You don't get a lot of points.
No.
7 wins, 1 loss. I had 600. You had 12 wins. You tore it up. I only took out player 3. You took out 3, 4, and me. I only targeted one guy. I was like, no, I'm going to do 7 of this guy. Well, is there anything else you want to see in WCW NWO Revenge?
I think so.
Think we can put this on the board?
I think you can put it on
Okay.
the board.
Let's switch back.
Like Hawk Harrelson.
Yeah, we're almost at the 2-hour window. I'm like, perfect time. Let me just... Where the F is my mouse? There it is. Alright, going back to the board. Make this board look clean in a second. Oh, okay. Oh, so I think the first place we start is this game better than WCW NWO World Tour, which is sitting at number 5?
It sure is.
Okay, so now it's in the top 5. It is, if it's better than Blast Core, yeah, I'll say that. I know you didn't play Blast Core. This is definitely going to be our top-rated Nintendo 64 game. Super Dodgeball, I'm going to say yes. I love Super Dodgeball. So I gotta try not let the nostalgia get to me. But let me talk some negatives. Maybe that'll help me.
Okay.
Later, there's a full edit mode. This game doesn't have. Costume change is nice and a name change, but you know, if you want to take away your favorite or your least favorite person, like, hey, I hate whatever Macho Man, so I'm gonna not have Macho Man. I'm gonna make my character. You get stuck with Macho Man's moveset. So probably your favorite wrestler is the person's moveset you like, and that means you probably don't want to take them away. Like, hey, I love Raven. I'm gonna remove all of his clothes, make him my own character.
Right. Yeah.
And then not
there's
have
no-
Raven.
You could use like a creative person.
Yeah. It also surprisingly has less options than World Tour. World Tour, while they were all the same option, just in different packages, you had your League, you had your WCW versus NWO mode, you had your Exhibition mode, you had your Championship mode, and your Battle Royale. right?
So this only has like 4 belts. Is that right?
5 maybe. You get one more. You get
The TV.
You get the TV title, but I think you win the cruiserweight first. So I think the cruiserweight gets you a character and unlocks the TV title. But yeah, so there's only 5 belts compared to 10 or something like that championships in World Tour. Granted, this is a better system. It shows belts. It shows people who own them. I could have
you retain the belt.
Yeah, I could have Sick Boy win every belt, which is obviously what anyone should do. I encourage anyone who plays Revenge is only play as Sick Boy and get him all the belts. You get to see that person.
That person's like dancing.
Yep. Yeah, that gives you a hint as to who they are. That's Roddy Piper. And this person will probably itch themselves.
7-year itch.
Yep. Yeah. I'm just itching myself. Okay. Back to the list. So, I mean, it has less features, but the stuff they spent time on is way better. More characters. The characters are better. They look better. More arenas. The arenas look better. Less belts, but they have belts, as opposed to a trophy you hold up. So yeah, those are my negatives. That's trying to talk me down, but I will ask you, is it better than Super Mario Brothers?
Well, I mean, I think you have to think, if someone who likes wrestling, they'll like the game more than someone who doesn't like wrestling.
Yeah, well, we're here to tell them, is this the greatest game of all time?
Oh, no.
Okay. Is it below Mario?
Yeah, because everybody should like, not everybody's going to like this.
Mario,
most people should.
You play Mario now, and it plays just as well. It plays perfectly.
Yeah.
Yes, the graphics are outdated. Sure, it came out before I was born.
Right.
But the jump is it's the jump that every video game ever has trying to replicate. It has the right feel, there's precision in it.
Yeah.
You should never feel that you're like just hoping or guessing. You can look at the board and you can be like, yeah, I can make that jump without running, or I have to run for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I agree. So is it better than That's You? Let's say this. Here's how I pick my games. As everyone knows, all the listeners know, there's a science of what game, let's say you have friends over, what game would you rather play? Doesn't matter who the friends are. So, like, obviously, if you're just like, hey, I have 4 friends who all watched wrestling, of course you're going to pick this game.
Yeah.
But if you have...
Does that make it greater?
Yeah. But if you just have 4 people over, would you rather be like, yeah, let's play this, or let's play That's You?
I think more people would prefer to play That's You.
Uh-huh.
To be honest, but I mean, if they wanted to play this, I would definitely play this.
It only matters what you think. I'm torn.
I'll say I like this game better, but
I'm really trying not to let
this also
nostalgia.
I played that one. This one. Like, if this was the first time we played this, is that kind of how we're thinking?
That's what we're trying to pretend. This is the first time you played it, and you go, how does it stack up against any other game? Like, because you gotta also think, and we haven't gotten there yet, WrestleMania 2000, right? Eventually it'll be played, and it'll eventually be put on the list. And while it's not on the list now, how does Revenge stack up to that? And you think about it and you go, well, there's a character edit mode. That, you can move alignments, you can rename alignments. There's like more of an edit function. I believe there's a story mode.
Yep. Yeah, it's like a season.
Yeah.
You go through all the pay-per-views and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Because I remember definitely.
Like different things happen too, depending on if you screw up or
Yeah,
whatever.
because I remember like you get thrown into the battle royale again, but if you win that, then you get your whatever a title shot. So I mean, like, not to jump ahead, but it plays the same. So you'd probably say it's better than this game.
Yeah, but like I like the characters better.
Yeah.
I prefer to play with these, but have those.
Yes.
Have these characters in that game would be better. But that's just.
We grew up on
WCW and not.
Well, to end this discussion, I am going to say if I have friends over for an hour and we are going to play a game, I would say That's You is better. I think more people would enjoy it. This is a super fun game, but you would play 2 matches and you'd probably be like, yeah, I got my fill in.
Yeah.
I played as Dr. Frankenstein and I played as Scott Steiner. I did it.
I think part of this, the funness of this game, is being able to do the moves that the people did. I think because I think most people would be like wouldn't know the difference between doing one move with somebody and doing one move with the other. But like me, Scott Hall holds his arm down and holds the guy up with one arm and then does the fall-away slam. I'm like, oh, that's exactly what he does. That's cool. But if other people would be like, wouldn't even notice. So you're right that it would lose its shine quicker.
Yes. So I'll put it on the board. I'll rewrite this, but I'm gonna say it's above Super Dodgeball. Oh yeah, right at the top.
So you're gonna change all the colors every time you mess around with the list?
Yeah. I rotate the colors.
But I mean, if you start changing the order, then the colors have to change.
No, so like it'll always be like red, blue, green. I have to rewrite it
That's
anyway.
what I meant. You have to re-change all the colors of the other ones.
Yeah. It's a homework assignment for me.
No, it's fine.
All right, so this will be rewritten class here, but we have number 1 still Super Mario Brothers. Number 2, That's You. That's not a strong number 2. It's just.
I won't be there long.
It won't be there forever. Mario, I want to knock off the list, but.
Question. Sorry, Dave.
Yeah, no.
Are you counting rock bands on there?
Yeah, rock bands will be on there, but I'll have to.
Rebeat?
They have to beat on camera. Every game.
Oh, Lego Rock Band.
Every game has to be. I can't.
This has already been done.
I
You
can't say
retroactively grandfather them onto the board.
So here's the thing. Don't pay attention, viewers, but I will never play every video game in the world. So if that game,
shocked.
This channel is scared.
if Rock Band,
everyone just clicked right there.
Yeah, everyone just unsubscribe. All 0 people
He's a liar.
unsubscribe. If Lego Rock Band is the 500th game I play, it's fine.
It's on 500th rank.
Yeah. If I play every other game that's in my basement and then ask to borrow Lego Rock Band from Chris, okay. Then I'll replay it. But I'll start Rock Band 1 over before we get to that point.
I would say.
Alright, anyway, recap the list. Then we'll close this video. We'll let people get back to their daily lives. Number 1, Super Mario. Number 2, That's You. Number 3, WCW NWO Revenge. It was on its way to the top until I had to talk negative about it. Because otherwise I would have been dumb and I would have put this as number 1. Nostalgia, and I had to fight it. Number 4, Super Dodgeball. Number 5 will be Blast Core. Number 6, World Tour. So a 3-spot difference between those 2 games at the moment. Number 7 will be Simpsons Road Rage. 8, Knowledge is Power. And still the worst game of all time, When Vikings Attack. All right. This has been Another exciting episode. What's the greatest? We still got a couple games in the pipeline here. I got to finish Lost Vikings. Got to play more Speed Devils, sadly. And then hour 10, maybe, of Ni no Kuni. Do it in 2-hour blocks. That's like an 80-hour game. So that's going to be, that will probably outlive me. All right. Thanks for watching. Till next time, we play and beat every game ever made, except for Lego Rock Band. What's the greatest? Have a good night. Oh, once I get my mouse back.